What's up guys, I'm Metalhead and I'm doing 150 classic albums by the end of the year, and I'm doing Black Sabbath's Paranoid today due to the tragic passing of Ozzy Osbourne. And it's crazy that I haven't heard any Black Sabbath before today. I haven't heard a single song, and it feels weird that I haven't done that, and because it is the godfather of metal, and it feels also weird that I haven't listened to it until his passing, but you know, better late than never. And yeah, I haven't heard a single song from this album before, or from Black Sabbath, I don't think. I listened to metal growing up, a bunch of new metal. That was mostly what I listened to at metalcore. But, you know, let's jump into it. I love the horns. Mm.
Generals gathered in their masses, just like witches at black masses. Evil minds that plot destruction, sorcerer of death's construction. In the fields of bodies burning, as the war machine keeps turning. Death and hatred to mankind, poisoning their brainwashed minds. Oh Lord, yeah.
I absolutely, sorry for pausing, but I absolutely love how expansive this entire track sounds. That's not what I expected from Black Sabbath for whatever reason, because it's 7 to 8 minutes long. Despite that, I didn't expect something that would have so many layers and so many dimensions to it. It kind of, it sounds very much of the 60s and the 70s, and reminds me of like Pink Floyd in not style, but in the way that it constructs. Like, it has very impressive and beautiful instrumentation passages, and it reminds me of a lot of, like, I guess more recent bands that would do like post rock and stuff like that, where, and that's just so cool. It's not what I expected from Black Sabbath, because when I'm thinking of, I know when I think of Black Sabbath, my assumptions were just like, I don't know, what I remember metal to, like, metal for me growing up in the 2000s. And this is so interesting because it is like leaning more towards the hard rock, and I guess like Led Zeppelin stuff, which I also haven't listened to much Led Zeppelin. I only heard a teensy bit about it. Yeah, and also his voice is so stunning. I absolutely love it. Yeah. If you Yeah. If you guys have like other Black Sabbath albums that you think I should listen to, I would love to listen to it. I already love this. Oh. Oh.
Now in darkness, world stops turning. Ashes where the body's burning. No more war pigs have the power. And as God has struck the hour, day of judgment, God is calling. On the knees, the war pigs crawling, begging mercies for the sins. Satan laughing spreads his wings. Oh Lord, yeah.
The drum fills are so sick. Ooh. The guitar playing is so nice. Ooh. So gorgeous. that, as I said, that was just not what I was expecting, and what I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. Going back and listening to older music and more classics, um, it makes like it makes me wish that we had more songs like this, because at the moment we have so many songs that are so streamlined and very like not formulaic, but it like cuts out all the filler. But despite the fact, I feel like with that, trying to cut out all the filler, making 2 to 3 minute songs that are very streamable, you leave out gems that are complete artistry, like War Pigs, that is 8 minutes long. But then every single aspect of it is, none of it is filler. None of it is filler. It is like beautifully seamless, and it feels like a journey just within a track. And even like the long form content of like albums, a lot of that is just like curated like compilations that people are making instead of like fleshed out thoughts. And this track reminds me of something like a Dark Side of the Moon, where it feels like from the start of Money to the end of Money, you're like, oh, I would have never expected that to go there. Like the way it evolves and everything is so stunning. And War Pigs is very similar. But and it's also cool, really cool to see it in a metal aspect as well. Yeah, I don't know. I did not expect this, but what I absolutely love it. Mm. Ooh.
With my woman, 'cause she couldn't help me with my mind. People think I'm insane because I am frowning all the time.
Mm. Mm.
All day long I think of things, but nothing seems to satisfy. Think I'll lose my mind if I don't find something to pacify. Can you help me? Argue from my brain.
Mm.
Oh yeah. I need someone to show me the things in life that I can't find. I can see the things that make true happiness. I must be blind.
Mm. Mm.
Make a joke and I will sigh, and you will laugh and I will cry. Happiness I cannot feel, and love to me is so unreal.
Mm.
And so as you hear these words telling you now of my state, I tell you to enjoy life. I wish I could, but it's too late.
Mm. It is. I didn't I'm stunned. My like listening to this is making me appreciate metal so much more, and I don't know, in such like a nifty way, because I've listened to like metal and post-hardcore and stuff like that my entire life. It is the genre that I listen to the most. But it like it feels like my understanding and appreciation of it was like a bit more empty than it was just 10 minutes ago. Like it feels like listening to the roots of it um reinvigorates it. It like gives it, I don't know, more depth and color, and it's just so amazing to hear. Also, like Ozzy's voice is absolutely incredible. Um, the instrumentation, like it makes like seeing the roots of metal, like the distilled down to its like most beautiful form with Black Sabbath. It's like, oh yeah, now I know why I love this. I know why I love this. Like the guitars feeling like darker and more under. Oh, it's just the feeling. I don't know. Hard to explain, but like, I'm so happy that yeah, I didn't expect this. Maybe I'm an idiot thinking like, oh, I'm listening to metal my entire life, listening to the like starting foundations of it wasn't going to enrich my experience with it, but I don't know. I'm an idiot because like I got this sort of feeling when I was listening to like Beatles and I could understand pop music more, right? But pop music isn't the thing I love the most. Metal and rock has always been the thing that I love the most. So it's yeah. This I'm so fucking glad. Also, this is just like 2 songs in. It's only 8 songs long. 2 songs, and these are like some of the best, most beautiful constructed songs that I've heard. This could be like one of my favorite albums, and I'm such an idiot to being like 23 going on 24 and never hearing this my entire life. Oh, this is stunning. Ooh. I love the vocal effects. It's like drowning. Like underwater. It's stunning. It's so pretty. I love how intimate this track feels. It's so beautiful. sorry to pause it, but I don't know. When listening to this, it is rather simple, but it is so moving. It has so much like it's so beautiful and has so much soul in it and authenticity and everything. And it reminds me of been listening to some like 70s soul and jazz classics, and this has that vibe to it. And I didn't necessarily recognize. There's always been the adage that like the closest thing to classical music we have is metal, and I don't know if this is touching on a similar thing or if I'm off base here, but listening to this, it does remind me of some of the jazz classics I've heard from around this time period. Um, just how this like beautiful, simple instrumentation is done, and it can make you feel so many emotions, and it feels so weightful. Like, it has so much weight to it. Um, there's something massively unique to that. Like, the only experiences I've had with that is like the best jazz that I've listened to. I didn't I didn't know I could get this type of experience from metal, despite like, because metal for me, I love the aggression, the angst, um the feelings that drum up from that, but I didn't expect to get like something that I would expect from like a soul song from here. That's so nice. This is that is such a stunning song. It's also so interesting to have a song like that that I didn't expect in the vibe that it was after War Pigs and Paranoid. Like, War Pigs is like epic. This rock metal fucking kind of Dark Side of the Moon-esque epic into Paranoid, which is just like a perfect hard rock fucking metal song, into Planet Caravan. It's just, that's so cool. It's so cool. So cool. Kind of wish the lyrics were on Spotify though. Ooh, this one's heavier. That's so cool. Like a vocoder-esque thing. It's cool. It sounds familiar to me. Oh, yeah. I recognize... Oh, I'm sorry to pause this in like such a cool thing. I don't recognize it because I've heard this song before. I recognize it because it was in Dark Side of the Moon by Kanye West. I think this is the song used in Hell of a Life, maybe? Or maybe it was used in some Kanye West project. And I remember that riff.
Has he lost his mind? Can he see or is he blind? Can he walk at all? Or if he moves, will he fall? Is he alive or dead? Has he thoughts within his head? We'll just pass him there.
It's like kind of cheeky. I like it. Ooh.
Heavy bolts of lead fills his victims full of dread, running as fast as they can. Iron Man lives again.
This is so sick. Cool. Ah, I love it. It's so dynamic. So dynamic. Every track feels like a journey. Ooh. This is so spectacular to listen to because like from the 60s and 70s I haven't listened to a lot, but I've listened to Dark Side of the Moon, I've listened to this, and I've listened to some jazz, and some pop soul, smooth soul and stuff like that, and I've listened to some Beatles, and when I'm comparing it to the Beatles and what time period this came out, like I've heard some songs from Abbey Road, once when in the car with my partner, and I have listened to Rubber Soul, Revolver, and Sergeant Pepper's. And it is so interesting thinking about this 1970, just 1 or 2 years after a lot of those albums. And it is so different because those tracks are like 2 minutes long and they have so much textures to them, and it's the reason why the Beatles are great, right? But like they're 2 minute long. And then you have like someone like Iron Man or War Pigs, these like 7-8 minute epics that are so textured and so brilliant. And as I said, I've already made the connection before, like Dark Side of the Moon with like Money or Time, where it's like from the start to the end, it feels like there's an entire journey that takes apart. And I don't know where this would have started. Like I know jazz has a lot of these pieces, and I don't know if there was any like jazz influence in early metal and hard rock and stuff like that. But like, it is so beautiful to hear these songs that are just so long and they are so expansive. Um, and I have a like stronger affinity to these type of songs than something like the Beatles, despite the fact that um I can very much appreciate the Beatles. I know like I like a lot of the Beatles, but like something like Iron Man from Black Sabbath or War Pigs, it just, I don't know, it feels more grand and more impressive to me. I was so worried listening to this, especially on like for the first time listening to it, because I do these reviews up the right, and I was so worried because I have put off listening to Black Sabbath way too long, and as I said, better late than never. But starting to kind of listen to Ozzy Osbourne now, I was so worried that like I wasn't going to like it. Like I was scared that that might be the case because I don't know. I don't want to like that'd be gross. It'd feel gross to like dislike someone that just passed that is such a legend of the scene. Um, but I am so relieved that like these aren't inflated scores, or anything like that. It is just perfect music. It's just perfect. Um, yeah. Hmm.
Reflects in the sky, warn you you're gonna die. Storm coming, you better hide from the atomic tide. Flashes in the sky, turns houses into sty, turns people into clay. Radiation minds decay.
I haven't heard a lot of like Ozzy Osbourne interviews or anything like that. I know the famous Bat story, and I know that he's actually traumatized by that. And it's kind of weird that people like view it as like a baddest moment because it scarred, apparently like emotionally scarred him a lot, which would make sense because he didn't know he thought it was a rubber bat or whatever. But I, despite the fact that I'm not listening to any of the interviews or not knowing really Ozzy Osbourne much, just like the legendary, he's like Freddie Mercury in that sense, or like a, where it's just like his, or David Bowie, where it's like the legendary factors of him just spread out, even if you don't know the person and you haven't seen interviews from him. So I don't know Ozzy Osbourne that much, but like listening to his music, he is, if he's like charm, and he's so like cute in a way, like his dork, like I don't know, there's like a really happy, like putting smile on my face charm and stuff to him, like his charisma just coming through. And I don't know, I like how cheeky he is. He's like, just listening to this, I don't know why, I don't even know how true it is, but he comes off very cheeky, and not in like a immature, and it doesn't take away from the music way. It kind of, it uplifts the music. It's so nice.
Robot minds of robot slaves, lead them to atomic rage. Plastic flowers, melting sun, fading moon falls apart. Dying world of radiation, victims of man frustration. Burning global boxing fire, like electric funeral fire.
Ooh, it's everything's so fun.
Buildings crashing down to a cracking ground, rivers turn to wood, ice melt into blood. Earth rising, dead burn, clouds drive for the dead, terrifying rain is a burning pain.
I don't know why, but as you could probably tell that like my demeanor changed halfway through that song because I just got reminded because I read Youngblood's tribute tweet that got like a few 100,000 likes on Twitter to Ozzy Osbourne. Um, he did like a cover of Changes for the farewell of Ozzy Osbourne, and then wrote about how amazing and everything Ozzy is. And then like I was just giggling at how happy and fun the music is, and then I don't know, it kind of just hit me. It feels weird because I'm like, if anything, maybe a new fan now because I just love. I from the first listening, I just love this, but like I'm not even really a fan, but it just fucking hits me. Um, like I don't know, he just from this, he made me so happy and everything, and the idea that he's passed, it's like people like that. This sounds like so childish, but like people like that shouldn't be able to pass. Like they should just live on forever. And obviously, like his music will live on forever and his influence and everything. But like, I don't know. It feels weird. I don't even know his music. I just started listening to it. Why? Uh. Uh. Why is it hitting me? I don't. I haven't heard a single Black Sabbath song before. This is. I. Fuck. Sorry, guys. Like, I feel like this comes off as like weird and like petulant or something. It's like I haven't even heard his music before, but I don't even understand what like I listened to 4 songs and been affected by his passing. It makes no sense. Fuck. Oh, shit. What the fuck? It makes no sense. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It makes no like I guess it's like what I'm feeling would just probably be like 1% of what everyone that grew up listening to his music would feel. So I guess like it shows how powerful his music is. 'Cause yeah, I've never heard him before. I shouldn't like. It doesn't feel like I have the right to be upset or anything. Yeah. Alright. Shit. Fuck. Alright. Let's go. This is groovy, I like it.
What you gonna do? Time's caught up with you. Now you wait your turn. You know there's no return.
Oh.
Take your empty roads. You join the other fools. Turn to something new. Now it's killing you. First it was the bomb. Vietnam, Nepal.
Mm.
Disillusioning. You push the needle in. From life you escape. Reality's like rape.
Oh.
Colors in your mind. Satisfying time.
That was some. That came out of nowhere, and I like it. Oh, it, it's so fun.
Your mind is full of pleasure. Your body's looking ill. To you, it's shallow leisure. So drop the acid spell. Don't stop to think now.
Ooh.
You're having a good time, baby, but that won't last. Your mind's all full of things. You're living too fast. Go out and enjoy yourself. Don't buy within. You need someone to help you. Take the needle in, yeah.
This is so sick. What the fuck? It is incredible how these tracks can be 7 minutes long and the time flies. There's not a single moment where I was just like, oh,
Now you
I don't know, it's perfect.
the scene. Your skin starts turning green. Your eyes no longer see life's reality. Push the needle. Face that sickly grin. Holes are in your skin. Cut by deadly pen. Head starts spinning round.
Everything is so perfect.
You fall down to the ground. Feel your body heave. Death hand starts to weave. It's too late to turn. You're a what and learn. Price of life you hide. Now you're gonna die.
Like, I can't remember. I've been doing so many classic albums lately. If you're obviously probably new to me because I only have 200 subs, so most people aren't return guests or whatever. And if you are, I love you so much. But I at the start of this year was when I wanted to listen to more albums because I'd never listened to albums before. I had maybe heard 20 albums my entire life, despite the fact that on my Spotify Wrapped, 100,000 minutes a year I listen to music, which is a fifth of the year. And if you cut out sleep, it is like a quarter of the year I am listening to music, but I've never listened to albums. And at the start of the year, I decided to listen to some albums. and I've listened to nearly 600 now. A lot of them off cam, but if you wanted to see the other ones, it feels I don't like the idea of advertising my Patreon or anything like that in this video, but if I on my Patreon I've listened to like 100 albums, um, and it's been a while. I remember at the start I listened to new albums and classic albums, and I was blown away every single time. I was like, how can music be this good? And I haven't had that for a while. I've listened to so many different albums now, but like something that I don't know, there are some faults in the track. There's like something I dislike about a certain track on something, like on an album. Maybe Dookie, for example. I love Green Day, but on Dookie, there's like a track or two where it's like they're not as good as Basket Case, you know. On this, I haven't cut like not a single song feels like, oh, this one's a bit lesser than the other one. The only difference is maybe like one's more legendary than the other, because I think I've heard the name Paranoid before. Maybe maybe that one's people's favorite, but every single song is so flawless and so beautifully made and so technically proficient. I haven't had this feeling when listening to music for a while. It's like Dark Side of the Moon is closest I can think of it, where, or like maybe a Radiohead album or something. Um, and with the demeanor that I hear about Black Sabbath and Ozzy Osbourne, where it's like, oh, he's like this fun-loving guy, my brain immediately goes to maybe like a Red Hot Chili Peppers, where like they're a bit messy, but they have some like amazing songs. Like by the way, from Red Hot Chili Peppers I've reacted to, and a lot of their songs are really cool and stuff. But like it's like they have idiosyncrasies that you kind of just learn to love. But with Black Sabbath, everything is perfect, despite the fact that he's a cheeky little guy, or was a cheeky little guy. Um, but everything's perfect, and it's so impressive. Like I think it's my, and it could just be a 10 all the way through. And that's crazy. Mhm. Ooh. Hmm. This might be an interlude. Hmm. 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 It's so cool. I love the mix on this too. Like the drums being that far back, it's nice. Hmm. I absolutely love that. Also, if you see my scores and they're changing from out of 10 to not applicable, I don't rate interludes or stuff like this, like little instrumental pieces to make an album that like cooler, because if I did and I was like, oh, do I prefer to listen to Paranoid over this, I'd probably pick Paranoid. But that's not, it doesn't feel fair to something like Rat Salad, which I think this makes the album better. But on like an individual song basis, I would probably prefer the other tracks. But the reason I do not applicable when it comes to these situations, despite the fact that I think this is probably like a 9 or 10 to me anyway, is I feel like these parts of albums make albums better, but they're not better songs individually. I'm not going to go out and listen to them as much. And I'm not important whatsoever, but like I feel like if every single person that reviewed music, every little critic or wannabe critic, cringe little nerd, wanted to review music, I feel like foregoing say, no, this is just for art, like artistry, like I don't know, experimental reasons. I'm not going to rate this thing. I feel like it would make every album better because I want people to just every single song like this would probably get a lower rating on average than every like compared to normal songs. And then I feel like the downstream effect of that is people would stop doing stuff like this. But I feel like having this Rat Salad in the middle, I enjoy it. I love it. It's cute. It adds to the album. So yeah, that's why I do it not applicable. But if I were to rate it, it'd probably be like a 9 out of 10 anyway. So, but yeah, this is like, I liked it. Nifty. Ooh. 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 This feels so nostalgic to me. I haven't heard it before, but it feels nostalgic.
Going home late last night.
I love him. His voice is so fun.
I got a fright. Yeah, I looked through a window and surprised what I saw. Fairy boots and dancing with a dwarf. Right now. Yeah, fairies wear boots and you gotta believe me. Yeah, I saw it, I tell you no lie. Yeah, fairies wear boots and you gotta believe me.
I love it. Oh,
I saw it with my own two eyes.
his voice is so amazing.
Right now.
He's got such a rhythm and groove. They, I should say that. Oh, that's sick. That's sick.
Yeah, fairies wear boots and you gotta believe me.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, I saw it, I tell you no lies. Yeah, fairies wear boots and you gotta believe me. I saw it with my own two eyes.
Mm.
Oh, right now. So I went to the doctor to see what he could give me. He said, son, you got too far. 'Cause smoking and tripping is all that you do.
Mm. This is just one of the best albums of all time. There is not a single thing I would. All of it's perfect, which is crazy because the like the top rock albums of all time for me so far is like OK Computer, Radiohead, Dark Side of the Moon, Pink Floyd, and those are like the two that are like the benchmarks, or like that's the best it can get. And if we want little hipster picks, Daisy by Brand New is really cool. If you like noise rock, that's an amazing album. It's like messy and I just love it. It's and then the Hospice by the Empress is just like this haunting album that I absolutely love. But despite that, this feels like the most perfect album that I've listened to when it comes to rock. Maybe okay, I don't know, but like maybe okay, but like on Dark Side of the Moon, Any Color You'll Like feels like a tiny bit step down to me than all the other tracks, right? But this, every song, like I have 11 out of 10s for best songs of all time, right? Top 500. Um, when I'm thinking about it, like I want to maybe give like War Pigs an 11 or something like that, or Paranoid an 11, or Iron Man 11. But then in my head, I'm like, do I really like Iron Man more than Hand of Doom? No. Which does that mean that every single song should be a 10, or should every single song be an 11? You see, and my highest rating is like 10.4, right? Which when you average it out, so that means only like 40% of the songs are 11s or whatever. But every song could be that on this. Like there's, I love Fairies Wear Boots as much as I do Iron Man. I might even like it more. I don't know. I would have to listen to this album so many different times. And in saying that, if you want to see this album review, I'm going to listen to this multiple times over, and then I'm going to post it, and I'll be on my Discord or on my TikTok, that sort of thing. But yeah, this is just an unbelievable album. It is perfect. It's probably the best rock album I've ever listened to, and I've listened to 600 albums now in 7 months. Yeah. Fuck. I love this album. An Ozzy's voice, just so fucking amazing. I didn't expect. I knew Black Sabbath was good. I didn't expect them to be like technically proficient to the level, in my opinion, I was like the best Pink Floyd stuff. Because that stuff is like, or like Radiohead, whereas like that stuff is like, they're professionals. Like they're perfect professionals when it comes to that music. Like they're like, it is so perfect and concise. And this is, and that is crazy to say when every single song is like 7 minutes long. It is so concise and stunning. Ah, I love this album so much. Fuck. We really did. Uh, I don't get. It's weird. I don't get impacted by like musicians' death that much. The one that impacted me a lot was Chef Bennington, but I was like 15. I loved Linkin Park, and that one fucked with me because that was my favorite band. Um, so it's weird. I've never listened to Black Sabbath before, but like halfway through this, getting really emotional about it. It was just so amazing, and I didn't know it. I didn't know it. I only knew that he was a legend. I didn't know how amazing he was because I didn't listen to his music. But I'm glad that I've at least listened to it now. Thank you guys for watching. I love you so much for sticking around. I love listening to music so much. New music, and yeah, I appreciate all of you. Thanks for watching.